Hello everybody. I wanted to make a really quick video because this will be just before this kind of segment will be included within my full guide, but I did just want to go ahead and make this small little snippet so everybody could know the boss spawns before I make that big video of the full guide, the whole rundown, along with a couple interviews of people in the game so far. But yes, I wanted to, put out this guide of where every single boss spawns first. So, first of all, let's just start with where you're most often going to start. Right here. So, bosses spawn every 30 minutes. A boss will spawn right here. Well, rather, it can spawn here. There are a couple of different spots for it to spawn. However, this is one of the more common ones. And then from here, you can actually go straight over to here, and there will be one that spawns right here, or follow me over here into the limit break area, and it will be in here. Usually it'll spawn in like one of these corners, it'll spawn like right by a tree, but yeah, it'll spawn here. And then from there, there is, where should we go next? There's a couple different destinations. Let's just go to our next location. Our next most common location is, actually no, we're gonna go to the gym first. Lord, autism. But yes, I want to show you guys this one first, because this is also a spawn that gets pretty neglected, because a lot of people don't know about it. It's just not something you would immediately think of off the top of your head, because number one, you're not going to see it here that often. Number two, you're not coming here that often. And number three, not everybody is going boxing. So it's just kind of weird to expect everybody to know where it is. But it will spawn over here, right in front of this boxing gym. It'll usually spawn either on this side. Ignore them. Ooh, what are they doing? Oh, they're all they're macroing shadow boxing, I believe, which is to train your style XP and your dexterity. Actually, I'll go ahead and pull up mine while I'm here. Yeah, let's see. These are mine. My dexterity is terrible, but I'm trying to get it up. Honestly, if I have to point out what stats I'm going and recommend it to you a little bit, so it's like, I'm already yapping. I would suggest 5 into strength, obviously, because strength is every 200. It's a limit cap every 200. Also, since we're right here, boom, it'll spawn, another one will spawn right here. So like right in this area, typically like right here. Then there's over here. Another one can spawn right here, right where this bridge is, or right there. This is a very, very, very rare spawn, however. I've only ever seen it spawn here once or twice. And I've made all of my money from just straight up boss fighting, boss hunting. But from here, it can also spawn right over here. So typically it'll either spawn to the left right over here, or to the right over here. However, it can spawn in the front. It's usually just around in this building. And then another place I want to point out is right over here. You can see where my mouse is, but we're going to walk over anyways. Right here. It can also spawn right here, along with, hold up. And then we're going to go to our last couple spots, because there are 2 spots left, I believe. So another one can spawn here. Typically it will spawn like right here or right around the quest givers. So either like right here or right here. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not jumping to locations, it's because that is what my dodge is. But we have one more location, and I think that's pretty much it, actually. Since I am kind of checking out random advice like this, I'm gonna tell you guys like when all of the oh, sweet. Speaking of it, there's a boss right here, so it'll either spawn right here or right over there, right where the emo girl is. But here, to give you a little tutorial of how the bosses work. Pretty much, there are 2 styles that are the best to do this with, and that's sumo and boxing. Because boxing has an iframe M2, which you can get with one of the passives, and sumo has a really good iframe grab, so you can't be hit. Also, sorry, a little bit of autism. Dude, I keep saying autism, but like I feel like it's kind of obvious at this point if you've watched any of my other videos. But I would go 500 in strength because that's every 200. That's when the limit breaks are. For stamina, it's every 500. For agility, it's every 250. For durability, it's 250, and for dexterity, it's every 100. That's really shit though. Also, if I have to point something out, do not go fat at the beginning of the game. There will be somebody who I'm interviewing who did get fat at the very beginning of the game. And it's kind of funny, because he couldn't do anything. Literally. He had so much weight on his body that his run speed was faster than his walking. Literally. It was hilarious. And employee level, that's, that kind of just dictates just how much you're earning per job. So, here, I'll show you guys. Also, claims, let me cover that as well. Because this will all be, like, within my segment. But, traits, there are good ones. There is a specific trait, I have to go find it again, but there's a specific trait you want that makes it so when you're supposed to get knocked, you get healed up to 25% HP instead. Which is really good in terms of PvP. However, I prefer Defiant for wars, because when I get knocked, I get up 25% faster. So I just prefer it. But, let's see. So at job level 2, you start at job level, I believe, 0? No. I have to remember, dude. You start at job level 0, and you make it, I believe, 900 per one of these, which is just running over here, grabbing the crate. Here, I'll show you. It's just grabbing the crate and then running straight back. It doesn't take very long, but it is kind of time-consuming, to be honest. Honestly, what you're better off doing is just fighting, is just getting strong enough to beat a boss within a couple hits, and then just doing that. Because, like I said, you saw me gain, like, what was it, 3 to 5 grand from that? That's an entire macro session right there. Entire session from one boss. And your sessions won't even last that time period either. So they're pretty easy. So I'm also going to cover the cats once I get that quest. But it's also a pretty easy quest as well. I personally enjoy, like, the riff it plays, because if you don't know what the riff is from, it's from, I believe it is from Money... No, I'm stupid. Oops. It's from Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant. It is an incredibly good song. And I like that it's that riff. I am not doing this again after I just showed it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's this. So the dust is kind of odd, because... Number one, with the dust, people can pick up your own dust. They can see this. They can see all of the dust around you. And they can pick that up as well. I don't know why I'm getting this West Ice. Okay. It's fine, it doesn't take long. But, I will point something out. Another thing to do is, if you see Thanatos and you see their leader, it's a gang in this game. If you see Thanatos, do not, like, fight their leader. Or rather, you can fight, just don't be weird about it, I guess is the best way to put it. There have been people who were weird about it, and they got blacklisted from the hospital. I'm gonna be honest, they deserved it, because they said weird things. And when I say weird, I mean, like, the stuff that typically gets banned. But, anyways, for cats, there's a spawner right here. They're gonna walk over here, and then over here, along with just between these two buildings right here. So right here, and then there's one last one right behind this bush. And yeah, these are pretty much all the base spawns for it. If you're also wondering, just like the time span of the game passes for you, let's see. So I would buy the auto macro. That's a me decision. Mainly because I don't feel like rigging up a macro, plus it's super helpful. If you can afford it, definitely get it. But you can also buy it with tokens from other players. But infinite stat check is also kind of worth it, but it's also not. Because stat checks, the price got nerfed. So instead of it being the 1,000, it went down to like 350, so it's super cheap now. Quick recovery, however, slices down your time in bed from almost 30 minutes to 16 to 17. And that itself is kind of big. And I also do want to take this time to kind of talk about the next update. Actually, no, is there anything else I haven't covered yet? I really don't think so. But those are all the bosses and stuff. Oh yeah, I can go ahead and show you the boxing passes while I'm here. Let's see. Oops, wrong. Too far. There we go. And it's pretty much just around. You saw the boxing gym, but I want to show you the, everything about it, per se. Because I personally like it, but it's very much a, it's not very good. It's a style that pretty much completely changes based on just how good you are at the game. Like, for instance, I have mine binded at, space because I can't react fast enough. Other people have theirs on G, but I just can't do it. So it very much comes down to your comfort. But, oh, and there's Yuna. But look, so here's what I wanted to point out. So we have Corkscrew, which is a guard break. We have Counter, which is a counter. And then White Fang, which is a double hit. But these are all the passives: Sharp Eyes, Head Hitter, Heavy Weaves, Stamina Soaker. I use these two because I actually take a lot of stamina drain in wars, which you typically will. It's not like abnormal or anything, you're supposed to. And then Heavy Weaves, that's what gives me the iframes on my attacks. There's Yuna. Anyways, honestly, I think that's it. That is probably the quickest time I've ever finished a video in. But, however, this will also be in my, like, full hour-long tutorial of how to play this game. And when I say hour-long, I kinda just mean that, you know, I already kind of explained a lot. I already kind of explained a lot in this video, so it kinda doesn't matter. It'll probably just be wrapped around in about 20 minutes. But, it's important for me to do that, because I'm going to explain, gangs and everything, and stuff in the future updates. Actually, I can do that right now. Yeah, because I'm only about 12 minutes in, so yeah, why not do it? So, what I want to talk about is these modes. So, we know for a fact, these two modes, Mikazuichi and Kure, are coming in the next update. We've already seen them. They're in the sneak peek category. Also, however, I do want to cement that this game does cost $10 to play. Unless you wait for the free release, which I believe is within like a month or two. I could be completely wrong about that, I'd have to double check. But, honestly, I kind of consider it worth it. It's good in my opinion. However, so this will be the future gang base. I'm not gonna like clip inside and show anything because that will get me banned, and Matt does not like when I do that. He generally frowns upon it. But yeah, this is the next gang base, and then they're going to add Taekwondo decks as well. Because most of the ones in this game are right now just fist combat based. It'll be involve kicks this time, which I'm actually excited about. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I think this game is better than Ashura and Mighty Omega. While Mighty and Ashura are free, I don't even think Mighty's free, is it? But still, I think it's better personally. With more styles, it's not like as grindy. Like the problem with like Mighty Omega and Ashura is the fact of where like it takes several days to get a style if you're like, you know, not focusing. But even in this game, if you're not focusing, you can get it within the same day. Like the wrecks in this game just aren't bad. Literally. Okay, I will say something. If you want to join my gang, you can. But this isn't really even mine. This belongs to Suki Kure, which we will actually show you. Because she is a part of the Thorn Sisters, I believe. Essentially, they just all share the same tattoo. But this is Suki, my leader. Yeah, if you want to join, we're kind of always open for vibes and stuff. And there's Sammy. But we're always open for vibes, man, to be honest. Oh, and there's Sky. But yeah, man. I'd love to see some of you guys in there, to be honest. I understand that quite a large majority of my audience isn't going to play this. But I really hope you guys set aside the money and play, because I want to see more of you guys in here. Because right now the community is at that awkward point where it's kind of toxic, and it's like, you know, I would love to see you guys come in here and dedicate some time into here. Because, like, I just love seeing you guys in my games. You guys gave me a platform. You guys are the reason as to why I get views. I will never forget that you guys got me 10,000 views on one of my first videos ever. But thank you guys a lot. I see this guy in my game way too often, to be honest. Anyways, I'm not putting him on blast, by the way. I'm not. I'm trying to think of what else I could do, you guys. Oh yeah, so if you see the map over there, the big old island, that will be added in a future update. We can't go over there right now, but we will be able to. Because Matt's going to do that whenever he needs to expand the map, so in other words, when there's too much over here, going over there. And then we'll also get tournaments and stuff added pretty soon. So we have official ones instead of just the ones oriented by gang. But if I have to point out a couple you should join, I will point out Kioi, Merciful, Worm, and really that's about it. The one you shouldn't join is Seraph, to be honest, because Seraph is the one that gets pretty much constantly yanked, and if you want gains, you shouldn't be in there. You just shouldn't. But I think that's pretty much all I have to say, really. If we're talking about, like, TP reckon-wise, I think Merciful is the only gang still to not have one. But, so, yeah, we're pretty exciting. But honestly, that's pretty much just going to be it. Because I don't really have anything else to talk about. This is pretty much a complete guide by itself. Even though I just wanted to talk about the bosses, I ended up yapping for a bit too long, obviously. But yeah, man, I love talking about this. This is one of my favorite games. I guess please leave in the comments what you want me to, like, showcase next or play next. I'm pretty much down to play anything. That's not weird, guys. But I think I've garnered a decent enough audience that I don't have to worry about that. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, that's pretty much going to be it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Have a blessed day, and have a great rest of your year, man.